Hello beautiful souls. Today I'm coming to you with a comparison video on air dry clays. I've tried 3 so far. Originally I was only using this one. Then I decided to try this one. And then I also tried, this one is called Polyform Model Air Dry Clay. And this one is called Creative Paper Clay. And then this one is called Hearty Super Lightweight Modeling Clay. So I'm going to give you my opinion on the 3 clays. The first one is this one. This one is this one has a light, a more of a wet texture, and it kind of breaks a little bit, and it crumbles a bit, and it does stick to your fingers. It does stick to your fingers. And then there's this one. This one has a much smoother texture, and it does not crumble at all. It's nice and soft. If you dampen it a little bit, you know, with a water spritz, it will stick to your fingers. But it's much smoother than this one. A lot smoother. I prefer this one more than this one. Then I went ahead and tried this one. This one was my least favorite, and I will not buy this again. It's really light and smooth. It's really airy and soft. It has the consistency of marshmallow. It feels like marshmallow. It's really soft, and it's a really nice clay to work with. However, what I don't like about it, when it dries like foam sheets. It's real foamy, and I don't really care for that. That's what I don't like about it. It picked up the details really well, that it did. I just don't like the way it feels, and it's very light. It's like having nothing in your hands. It is very light. I'm actually going to send this to Ida from Created to Create. Her YouTube channel used to be Ida Martinez, and she changed it to Created to Create. And I'm going to send this to her to see, you know, if she'll like it, to see what, you know, however, you know, she gets creative to use it. She might be able to use this in different ways. I don't really care for it, so I will not be buying this one again. And I'm going to send you the samples, Ida, so that you can see how it feels, instead of waiting for it to dry, so you can, you know, see how it feels. So you will already know how it feels. So I'm going to send you the samples for that. Now, the difference between these 2 clays. This one is this one. And this one is this one. This one does shrink a bit, this one right here, and it's a little bit heavier than this one. But what I like about this one is that it pretty much stays together when you're molding it. It stays together. This one, not so much. And I like the color of this one more than this one. This one is more like a light cream color. This is more of a light beige color. I like this one more. And I like that it's a little bit heavier than this one. What else do I want to say about this? That's pretty much it. So this one is going to be my go-to air dry clay for now on. It wasn't very expensive at all. I bought it on eBay. I paid like $13.30 for it, and it's a really nice size. It's pretty, you know, there's a lot in here. It's 2.2 pounds. And it leaves a really nice impression. A really nice impression. That's what I love about it. This is an angel. I had distressed this because I was going to use it on a project and I decided not to. But this is this. And then I also tried resin. Resin didn't work out for me as much as the paper clay did. There's the details. Look at the face details on the paper clay. Look at the face details on the resin. This one actually showed up more than the resin. The resin is great for certain kinds of molds. Now, I used resin here on this particular mold. And look how thin it is. And it picked up the details really well. And this is great, you know, the resin is great for thinner molds. You know, because you want something that's going to be solid. Maybe not so much for paper or even for polymer clay, which is also my favorite clay to use. So depending on the thickness on the mold, the resin is going to work really, really well. For some people, the resin works well on, you know, all their molds, I guess, that they use, or most of the molds that they use. For me, it didn't do so well, especially for these. The nose is missing on these, but it did well with the paper clay. It did really well. It just didn't work for me unless I'm doing something wrong. I probably need to practice more on it. I will continue to use it and I will give it a try. But here's an example of using paper clay on a thinner mold, and it still worked out okay. This is a thin mold, and the paper clay is not as thin as this one. It's a little bit thicker than this one, but it still worked out well. Here's another paper clay, which is this paper clay. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. This one. I absolutely love this paper clay. So I wanted to come on here real quick to show you the difference in those three paper clays and how the resin worked here but didn't work here because of the thickness of the mold. And it could be just me, but I will continue to practice more. And then this is the one that feels like foam sheets, and it actually is pliable. I don't care for it though, like I said. So thank you for joining me today. Let's share, be fair, be filled with love, and love one another. Take care, everybody.